Hello and welcome to Skedlive. Today is Thursday, April 3rd. I'm Nabeela Hashimi. Here are today's top stories. 4 people are dead and 9 people are in hospital after an American soldier opened fire at the Fort Hood Army base in Texas last night. The shooter, who killed himself, is identified as Ivan Lopez, an Iraq war veteran who was treated for post-traumatic stress disorder. The Ebola outbreak in West Africa is spreading. The highly contagious disease has killed 80 of 120 cases recorded in Guinea and has spread to Libya. The World Health Organization says as many as 125 people across 3 countries have Ebola. Senegal has shut its borders with Guinea to prevent the possible spread of the virus. 7 members from an ultra-Orthodox Jewish sect have been arrested over immigration issues. The families in the Left to Hope community are in the center of an ongoing child custody case. A community member says the people arrested are not involved with the child welfare case. Canadian Border Services says the arrests in Chatham, Ontario Wednesday morning were for suspected immigration violations. A Canadian Coast Guard icebreaker is on its way to help a marine Atlantic ferry stuck in an ice off a coast on Cape Breton with 350 passengers on board. CBC reports MV Blue Putti became stuck Wednesday night in 3 meters of thick ice. A Coast Guard official told CBC the heaviest ice from the Cabot Strait has pushed onto shore in Cape Breton, and it could be a couple of days before conditions improve. Let's check in with Allison Greco with what kind of weather we can expect.
Thank you. Today the temperature will reach a high of 4 and a low of -1 with crystal clear skies. Here's your 5-day forecast. It looks like we will have a mild week with no hint of the Nova Scotia storm that hit Cape Breton 2 days ago, but expect the next couple days to be a little damp and cloudy. 15 to 20 millimeters of rain will occur on Friday, with the temperature reaching a high of 8 and a low of -2. Saturday will have a high of 5 and a low of 0 with partly cloudy skies, but Sunday will have mainly sunny skies, with the temperature peaking as high as 10 and dropping to a low of -2 in the evening. 20 millimeters of rain will fall on us on Monday, with the temperature getting to a high of 8 and a low of 2. Tuesday will reach a high of 7 and a low of 1, which will be carried in partly cloudy skies. That is your 5-day forecast. I'm Allison Greco. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Allison. In local news, a 38-year-old man was shot in Vaughan Thursday morning. According to CTV News, York Regional Police were called to a crash site on Jane Street at 3:40 a.m., where they found a victim with 2 gunshot wounds. CTV reports the victim was shot in a nearby residential area and then drove off in a Mercedes-Benz, eventually crashing the vehicle. The victim's injuries are not life-threatening. Police are still looking for a suspect. Ontario Provincial Police have put a hold on the Project Brazen 2 probe following a dispute with the Toronto Police over who was the victim of extortion. Toronto Mayor Rob Ford of the alleged drug dealer. An OPP source told the Toronto Star that they don't see any evidence to charge Ford with a criminal act. Prime Minister Stephen Harper is in Mississauga today. Harper is announcing a long-promised bill to rights of victims of crime. Justice Minister Peter MacKay joined Harper in announcing the legislation today in Mississauga Lakeshore riding. Harper has called for an investigation into allegations against Ontario Conservative MP Eve Adams. A videotape shows Adams blocking gas lanes at an ASOS station for 15 minutes in December to complain about a $6 car wash. The video is the latest problem for Adams. Adams' fiance Dimitri Sodas was fired as the Conservative Party's executive director for using his influence to push Adams' candidacy in a new riding of Oakville, North Burlington. According to CBC News, Harper has asked the party's governing body to investigate allegations against Adams lodged by a Brank and a file members in Southern Ontario riding. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment scored a $10 million deal with Toronto City Council Thursday to expand its BMO field. The expansion will add 10,000 seats and a partial roof to the soccer field. Council voted 39-3 in favor of the deal. For more sports, let's go to Kadeen Smith.
Thanks, Nabeela. The Raptors are doing Canada proud as their winning streak continues. They won last night against the Houston Rockets 107-103. DeMar DeRozan was on fire as he scored 29 points. This is Coach Dwayne Casey's 100th win with the team. Point guard Kyle Lowry sat out the game after a knee injury from Monday's game against the Miami Heat. Our boys now have a 2.5-game lead in the Atlantic Division on the Nets after their loss to the New York Knicks. With 7 games left to the season, the Raptors are in pretty good shape as long as they keep this up. More good news for our Toronto fans as the Blue Jays defeat the Tampa Bay Rays 3-0. Jose Bautista's 2 homers helped hammer home the win yesterday. Another big part of the team's win was Mark Burley's impressive playing. Redemption's in the air after last year's lackluster season for the left-handed pitcher. He pitched 8 2/3 scoreless innings and had 11 strikeouts yesterday. Since opening day, the Jays have now had back-to-back games. Not a bad start for our boys. The Toronto Maple Leafs have 5 more games left to squeeze a playoff spot, but the Leafs need a miracle, a prayer, and an overhaul of how they've been playing so far. The Leafs broke their 8-game losing streak on Tuesday with a win against the Calgary Flames. Let's hope they keep this up and win big against the Bruins tonight. March Madness heads into the Final Four. The Final Four lineup may not be exactly what we all predicted, with the Florida Gators, Connecticut Huskies, Wisconsin Badgers, and the Kentucky Wildcats. Florida faces off against Connecticut, and Wisconsin takes on Kentucky on Saturday. Toronto FC star striker Jermaine Defoe will sit out Saturday's game against Columbus Crew. Defoe is sidelined by a slight hamstring strain from last Saturday's game against Real Salt Lake. Defoe was substituted in the 61st minute. Defensive player Stephen Caldwell will also miss the match. Caldwell was suspended 1 game and fined an undisclosed amount. Major League Soccer says the defender made serious foul play that endangers the safety of an opponent. The Canadian Olympic Hall of Fame induction announcement was made at Calgary's Suncurrent Energy Center yesterday. Inductees will be Olympic gold medal gymnast Kyle Schufelt, speed skater Cindy Klassen, and the Canadian men's rowing team of 2008. Hockey coach Pat Quinn and the late Ralph Klein will enter the Hall of Fame as builders. Sports journalist Richard Garneau, who covered 23 Olympic Games, will receive the Canadian Olympic Order. In total, 15 athletes, builders, and coaches will be inducted in June. Now here's a fun one. 74-year-old NBA referee Dick Bavetta worked his 2,633rd consecutive game on Wednesday. Bavetta began his career in 1975. He has since worked 270 playoff games over 29 seasons. Now that's 27 NBA Finals, 3 All-Star games, and the 1992 Olympics. Bavetta was honored before Wednesday's Knicks and Nets game at Madison Square Garden. I am Kadeen Smith. This has been your Sports Roundup for Thursday, April 3rd. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Kadeen. That has been Skedlive for Thursday, April 3rd. For all of our coverage, go to skedline.com. I'm Nabeela Hashimi. Until next time.